why I reached out to you initially today was because of your post saying that I believe you actually specifically said it's Pilot Butte middle school students who come in on the early release day a lot. Is that
Correct. Yeah, and that's been happening for about 3 years plus. I would say this is our fourth school year because we relocated that East Side Cuppa Yo location almost 4 years ago, and it didn't take very long for on early release Wednesdays for those students to realize, hey, this is a really easy place to get to from Pilot Butte Middle School. It's easy to walk down the hill, and there's a lot of great restaurants around that yogurt shop on that side of town. So it's, in my view, it's become a really neat thing where kids have, not just our store, but they have other places all over that complex to kind of hang out in. It's definitely a tradition. Like it's a thing it's funny year after year I start hearing now, this it's like a sixth graders that are new to that school. It's like they hear about this, like, oh, the school walks down to Cuppa Yo on Wednesdays, and it's like a thing they do at Pilot View. So it's fun to be part of that for sure.
and in that post, in light of these events, you were calling on to about 3 to 5 community members, correct? Just to kind of come down for an hour on Wednesdays. Can you tell me what your idea is?
Yeah, so it was a couple weeks ago, honestly, that and I was in a 10X Catalyst group meeting, which is a once a month meeting I attend with a whole bunch of other business owners in town. And like to really boil that down to what the purpose for that is, really it's to use our businesses to impact the community in a helpful way. So the topic we were discussing that specific day, just for some reason it dawned on me, and it should have dawned on me like 3 years ago. I am kicking myself for not realizing this earlier, but we have so many students just there, and like it's a beautiful opportunity for uh great adults, and Bend is full of fantastic adults to really speak into their lives. So I was just kind of pondering a few weeks ago, like why wouldn't we invite a handful of community members in, give them a free cup of yogurt, and just have them like enjoy that cup of yogurt while they kind of mill around and talk to the students. And the thing is, it's 1 week of that doesn't make a difference, but if it becomes a thing that is an ongoing consistent thing with a lot of the same people when they're in town, it could be really powerful. I was thinking of my father-in-law as a potential person. He's just gregarious, loved by everybody. It could be seniors, it could be young adults, it could be youth pastors, it could be so many different people. But I just feel like there's definitely got to be 3 to 5 adults in this community of Bend that that have an hour free on Wednesday afternoon. That it could be. I mean, and obviously you and I both know that that's something that is not just helpful to students, uplifting to students, but it would be uplifting to the people that are doing the volunteering too. I mean, um, it's worth a lot more than a free cup of yo, but the reward is obviously just the fact that over weeks or over months there can be some real progress. And I can tell, you know, it's really easy for me to see, being a former teacher, some of these students that come in on Wednesdays probably have phenomenal home lives. They're super solid, grounded kids. And I can tell some of the kids really probably have some tough circumstances in life. And you know, those are the kids that I think, well, I mean, it's good for all kids, honestly, but for some of the kids particularly, I think, some of them may not even have any adult mentor in their lives that they can really open up to, or have like just that, be able to kind of be heard, listened to, and maybe have a little advice from, or just some insight, some wisdom from an adult. So these are just kind of the thoughts that have been rolling in my head. And then as I followed this week, I was like, gosh, why have I not put this idea out there yet? It's in my head, and I've told my wife about it, and she was completely on board and excited about it. But it's just, so it's like, I just was this morning was talking to my wife and was like, why haven't I done this? I just need to do it right now. And so it's been fun to see. It's been fun to see a lot of people already on Facebook just share that across some of their networks. And I really do. I believe we'll find some folks, and this will be a really neat thing that happens, because I don't think the students are going to stop coming down to Cuppa Yo and Oblo Taco and Life and Time on Wednesdays. I think it's going to continue to be a thing.
And have you had any community members reach out to you yet? I know you've just posted this. I think it was what, last night or earlier
Yeah,
this
no,
morning.
just a few hours ago, honestly.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I've had some reach out, but it's mostly been people saying, "Hey, this is a wonderful idea, and I'm using my network to try to find somebody who would be available that would want to do this." So I don't think in the few short hours we've found, anybody yet that's gonna like a rock solid like I'll be there on Wednesdays, but it's definitely I suppose the word is spreading faster than I would have imagined it would be, and that's neat to see that.
And yeah, I mean, obviously, we want to get the word out about this as well. That's why we're doing this interview, of course. But Keith, I know you say Wednesdays afternoon. What is the time frame that you're looking at?
Yeah, so middle schools release at 2:15, in the Benton School District on Wednesdays. So it's usually by about 2:30 that the students kind of start rolling in to that whole complex and into our shop. So, and honestly, by about 3:30, most of them have been picked up by a parent or started walking home or this or that. So it's yeah, the 2:30 to 3:30 time frame, just that 1 hour, that's kind of I would say the meat of the time where we have 50 to 70 students kind of around that area most Wednesdays during that time.